Hello students. In the previous session we have discussed about the errors and approximation of a given function. So today in this session we will be solving some interesting problems from the exercise 10A of Telugu Academy 1B. So the first problem is find delta y and dy for the function f of x is equal to x square plus 3x plus 6 where x is equal to 10 and delta x is 0.01. So before going for the solution, let us recapitulate once again what is delta y, means a small change in y, and what is dy, which is a differential of y. So delta y is given as f of x plus delta x minus f of x, where delta x or this capital delta both are equal. So this is the formula where there is a change in y. If there is a change in x, means 10 to and the small difference is 0.01. So if there is a change in x, then there will be a change in f of x also. So that is denoted by delta y. And dy is a differentiable in y is denoted by f dash of x into dx, where f dash of x is the derivative of this given function. At what point? At x is equal to 10 and the small change in x is, that is delta dx or delta x is 0.01. Now with the help of these two, we'll go back to the question and we'll find out what is the delta y and dy. So solution: given f of x is equal to x square plus 3x plus 6. Now delta y is equal to f of x plus delta x minus f of x, which is f of x is 10 and delta x is 0.01. So 10 plus 0.01 minus f of 10. So f of 10 plus 0.01 means it gives to 10.01 minus f of 10. But as f of x is x square plus 3x plus 6, in the place of x it is now 10.01. So delta y is equal to 10.01 whole square. Substitute this 10.01 in the function plus 3 times of 10.01 plus 6, that is the f of 10.01, minus is that minus of f of 10. In the place of x it is 10. So substitute. So it will be 10 square plus 3 times of 10 plus 6. So 10.01 whole square plus 3 times of 10.01, it gives to 30.03 plus 6 minus 10 square, minus into 10 square is minus 10 square, minus into 3 into 10, that gives to minus 30, and minus into plus minus 6. So plus 6 minus 6 get cancelled. 10.01 whole square minus 10 square plus 30.03 minus 30. Whole square, or we can expand, like it is now in the form of a square minus b square. A square minus b square means a plus b into a minus b. So we'll go for this. So if you observe these two terms, it is in the form of x square minus y square, or If you are familiar with 10.01 whole square, means it gives to 100.2001 minus 100. You can do as you wish. So 10.01 plus 10 into 10.01 minus 10 plus 30.03 minus 30 gives to 0.03. So 10.01 plus 10 is 20.01 into 10.01 minus 10, that is 0.01 plus 0.03. So overall the value will be 0.2001 plus 0.03. That gives to, if you add these two, you will get 0.2301. That is delta y. If there is a small change in x, then the change in y is 0.2301. That is delta y. Now we'll see what is dy. So we'll see what is dy. As f of x is equal to x square plus 3x plus 6. So dy, or we can have df. Sometimes in some textbooks, in the place of y we can have f. So dy or df both are same. Now df is equal to f dash of x into dx. So derivative of the function. As the function is a quadratic polynomial and you are familiar with the derivatives of a polynomial, that is d by dx of x square plus 3x plus 6 into dx. So as it is we can apply the sum rule. Derivative of x square plus derivative of 3x plus derivative of constant, that is 6. So derivative of constant is always 0. Now we will simplify. So derivative of x square is 2x plus derivative of 3x is 3 and derivative of constant is 0 into dx. But at what point? At x is equal to 10. Now substitute 2 into 10 plus 3 into 0.01, which is 23 into 0.01, which is 0.23. That is the approximate value. So delta y is 0.2301 and dy is similar, approximately 0.23. Next, we'll go for the next problem. The question is, find delta y and dy for the function f of x is equal to e to the power of x plus x at x is equal to 5 and delta x is equal to 0.02. We will apply the same formula, that is solution. Delta y is equal to f of x plus delta x minus f of x. That gives the change in y, or we can say error in y or absolute change in y. So at x is equal to 5 and delta x is 0.02. F of 5 plus 0.02 minus f of 5. F of 5.02 minus f of 5. As x in the place of x, now it is 5.02. Now substitute the 5.02 in the function. That gives to e to the power of 5.02 plus 5.02 minus of f of 5 e to the power of 5 plus 5. So e to the power of 5.02 plus 5.02 minus e to the power of 5 minus 5. So if you simplify, if I take this is e to the power of 5 into e to the power of 0.02 minus e to the power of 5 plus 5.02 minus 5. So from these two, e to the power of 5 is common, then it will be e to the power of 0.02 minus 1 plus 5.02 minus 5 gives to 0.02. So that is a change in y. Coming to dy. Dy is approximately equal to f dash of x into delta x, which is derivative of the function. So what is the derivative? D by dx of f of x into delta x. D by dx of the function e to the power of x plus x into delta x, which is derivative of the e to the power of x plus derivative of x, because it is the sum of two functions. So the derivative of e to the power of x is same, e to the power of x, plus derivative of the function x is 1 into delta x. At what point? At x is equal to 5 and delta x 0.0. So which is e to the power of 5 plus 1 into 0.02. So that is the approximate value. Now we'll go for next question. The next question is, find the approximation value of square root of 82. As we are familiar with square roots of square root of 1, square root of 4, square root of 16, square root of 25, square root of 36, square root of 49, square root of 81. As we know, square root of 81 is 9. So square root of 82 will be also nearer to 9. So we'll see before going for the approximation value. So we have seen the formula for finding the approximation. F of x plus delta x is approximately equal to f of x plus f dash of x into delta x. Now in this function, x is okay in the given function, f of x is equal to root x, means x may be anything. So root x is the function where x is equal to 81. Why we are taking 81? It is simple to calculate what is root 81. As we know, root 81 is 9 and 82 is nearer to 81. And what is the difference? And delta x is what? What is the difference between 82 and 81? Is 1. Now f of x plus delta x, which is f of x. X is 81 and delta x is 1. So 81 plus 1 gives to 82. For what function? Root x function. So this will be equal to f of x plus derivative of the function. What is the derivative of the root x function? It is 1 by 2 root x into delta x. Now substitute the values. F of x is 81 plus 1 is equal to f of 81 plus 1 by 2 into root 81, because x is 81, into delta x is 1, because actually the difference between 82 and 81 is 1. Because if you take a graph, if x is 81, x plus delta x is given as 82. But if you put x equal to 81 and find out delta x, you will get 1. So we will see the value. F of 81 is root 81 plus 1 by 2 into root 81 into 1. Root 81 is 9 plus 1 by 2 into 9 into 1. 9 plus 1 by 18. That is 9 plus 1 by 18 gives to 0.05. 90. So 10. So which is 9.05. 9 plus 0.05 gives 9.05. Means the approximate value of root 82 is approximately 9.05. We'll see the similar type of this question. So the next question is, find the approximate value of square root of 25.001. In the previous problem, it is square root of 82. Now here the same function, but the value is changed. So it is very near to 25. Square root of 25, we are well known with square root of 25, that is 5. Now if x is 5, if x is 25, then delta x will be 0.001 in order to get the value of 25.001. So solution. So let f of x is equal to square root of x, where x is 25 and delta x is 0.01. Now f of x plus delta x is approximately equal to f of x plus f dash of x into delta x. F of 25 plus 0.01 is approximately equal to f of 25 plus f dash of 25 into delta x. Or we'll go for the derivative. F of x is root x plus derivative of this function. What is the derivative of root x? Is 1 by 2 root x into delta x. Now x is 25, root 25 plus 1 by 2 into root 25 into delta x. So 5, root 25 is square root of 25 is 5. 1 by 2 into 5 into 0.01. So 5 plus 0.01 by 10. That gives 5 plus 0.001. 0.01 by 10 gives to 0.001, and if you add, it will be 5.001. That is the approximate value of square root of 25.001 without using the calculator. Next problem, please. So the next problem is, find the approximate value of 4th root of 17. As we know, 4th root of 16 is 2. Means the 17 is very near to 16. So we will find out the value of 4th root of 17 by taking the function 4th root of x. So in the place of 17, you may have 64 also. 64 means 4th root of 64 is not 64. We go for 256. Or we can have 81, 4th root of 81. So f of x is 4th root of x, that is x to the power of 1 by 4, where x is 16 and delta x is 1. As why we are taking 16 only means we can find the value of 4th root of 16. Now f of x plus delta x is approximately equal to f of x plus f dash of x into delta x, which is f of x plus f dash of x. So means what is the derivative of x to the power of 1 by 4? It is in the form of x to the power of n. The derivative of x to the power of n is n into x to the power of n minus 1. But in the place of n it is 1 by 4. So it will be 1 by 4 x to the power of n minus 1, 1 by 4 minus 1 into delta x, which is f of x plus 1 by 4 x to the power of, it is minus 3 by 4 into delta x. Now substitute the value of x, that is 16. F of 16 plus 1 by 4 into 16 whole to the power of minus 3 by 4 into 1. Delta x is 1. So f of 16, 4th root of 16 is 2. So 2 plus 1 by 4 into 2 to the power of 4 means 4 get cancelled, minus 3. So into 1. 2 plus 1 by 4 into 1 by 8, which is 2 plus 1 by 32. So 2 plus 1 by 32, which is 2 plus 1 by 32 gives to 0.032 approximately. So which gives to 2.032. So that is the approximate value of 4th root of 17. Next, we'll see some interesting problems on circles, spheres and cube. Now we'll see the next problem on sphere. The radius of the sphere is measured as 14 centimeters. Later, it was found there was an error of 0.02 centimeters in measuring the radius. Find the approximate error in its surface area of a sphere. So, as we have seen the surface area, volumes of 3-dimensional figures and 2-dimensional figures also. So, there is a sphere. Solution. Let R be the radius of the sphere, that is R is equal to 14 centimeters, and there was an error in its radius, means there is a small change in the radius, that is dr is given as 0.02 centimeters. If there is a change in the radius, there will be a change in its surface area. So what is the surface area formula? The surface area of a sphere is S is equal to 4 pi r square. Now is asking what will be the change in its surface area, that is approximately ds. Now we have to find ds, delta s or ds. ds is a differential of s because the surface area depends on the radius. So it is like y is equal to f of x, where x is the dependent variable, independent variable, and y is the dependent, whereas r is independent and s is dependent. Now, so therefore ds. So what is the derivative of this? 4 pi is constant. So 4 pi into derivative of r square is 2r into dr. So 4 pi into 2 times of r. What is r? 14 into dr. It is 0.02, and we'll find out. So 4 into 14, it gives to 56. 56 pi into 0.04. 2 into 0.02 is 0.04. So 56 pi into 0.04, that gives 56 into 4 is 24. 22. Okay. 224 pi. 2.245. So ds is equal to 2.245 square centimeters. So if there is a change in the radius, then the surface area will be changed. The change in the surface area is approximately 2.24 pi square centimeters. Sometimes they may ask what will be the approximate error in its volume of a sphere. Instead of surface, they may ask for volume. So what will be if they ask for volume? then what will be the formula for the volume of the sphere is 4 by 3 pi r cube. Now we'll see the next question. The next problem is again on the sphere. If the radius of the sphere increased from 7 centimeters to 0.02 centimeters, then find the approximate change in its volume of the sphere. In the last problem, we have seen the surface area of the sphere. Now we'll go for what is the volume of the sphere. Solution. Let R be the radius of the sphere. That is, R is equal to 7 centimeters he has given, and there is a change in the radius. Means the radius has shifted from 7 to 7.02 centimeters. Means how much it has increased, that is the change in the radius. And dr, or we can say delta r, is 0.02 centimeters. That is the change in the radius. Now, volume of the sphere. Volume of the sphere is V is equal to 4 by 3 pi r cube, and we have to find what is dV. What is the change in the volume? Means approximate change in its volume. So it is a dV, means it's a differential of V which depends upon the radius. So therefore dV is equal to derivative of this function into dr. So 4 by 3 pi is constant. Derivative of r cube is 3r square into dr. So 3 get cancelled. 4 pi r square into dr. 4 pi r. What is the radius? 7. So 7 whole square into dr. The change in the radius 0.02 centimeters. So 4 pi into 49 into 0.02 centimeters, which is 49 into 4 into 0.02 is 0.08 pi, and the units of this volume are centimeter cube, cubic centimeter. Now if we further simplify, it will be 7 9 8 72 32 39 392, and it is approximately 3.92 pi cubic centimeter, and you can fix the value pi as 3.4 approximately, or we can say leave it, that is dV, the change in its volume is 3.92 pi cubic centimeters. Next problem. The next question is on circle. A circular plate expands when heated from radius 5 centimeters to 5.06 centimeters. Then the percentage increase or the percentage error in its area is. So what is given? The radius of a circle is given, and what is the change in the radius is also given, and is asking to find out what is the percentage error in its area. Instead of asking what is the change in its area, is asking the percentage error. So we'll see the solution. Let R be the radius of a circle, as plate will be in the circle shape. So circle let r be the radius of a circle, that is r is equal to 5, and change in the radius dr is 0.06. Means r plus delta r is 5.06 is as given. From that, delta r is 0.06. 5.06 minus 5 gives the change in the radius, that is 0.06 centimeters. Let A be the area of a circle, that is A is equal to pi r square is the area of a circle. But what we required is percentage increase in its area. Now is asking to find dA by A into 100. That is the percentage error in its area. What is dA? Okay, approximately. What is dA? It is a differential of A, that is dA is pi and derivative of r square is 2r dr by A is pi r square into 100, which is pi and pi get cancelled and 1 r get cancelled, 2 into dr by r into 100. So 2 times dr 0.06 by 5 into 100, that is 12 by 5. 0.06 into 100 is 6, 6 into 2 is 12, 12 by 5. So which is 0.6 12 by 5 means it is 2.4 percentage. So if the radius is increased, if there is a change in the radius is 0.06, then its percentage error in its area will be 2.4%. Next problem. The next problem is again on circle, but with different parameters. That is, the circumference of a circle is measured as 56 centimeters with its error is 0.02 centimeters. Then find the percentage error in its area. Means instead of a radius, he has given the perimeter of a circle or circumference of a circle and is asking to find how much there will be a change in its area, percentage. So solution means he has not mentioned what is the radius. So we have to convert this radius in terms of the circumference as well as area. Means we have to bring a relation between the area of a circle and the circumference of a circle. So let x be the circumference. Instead of c, I am taking x, circumference of a circle. That is, x is equal to 2 pi r. The circumference of a circle is 2 pi r. So from this, what is the radius? R is equal to x by 2 pi. That is the relation between the circumference and the radius. R is equal to x by 2 pi. Now he is asking in area. Now the area of a circle is A is equal to pi r square, which is pi into r in terms of circumference, x by 2 pi whole square, which is pi into x square by 4 pi square, which is x square by 4 pi. As 1 pi gets cancelled, so it will be x square by 4 pi. So this is the relation between its area and circumference. Now x is 56 centimeters because circumference, and its error in the circumference dx is given as 0.02 centimeters. Now we have to find dA by A into 100, that is the percentage error in its area. So which is approximately equal to, what is dA? dA is a differentiable, that is A is equal to x square by 4 pi is the relation between A and the x. Now what is dA? Differentiate of what is the derivative of x square is 2x. So dA means 1 by 4 pi is constant and derivative of x square is 2x. 2x into dx by A x square by 4 pi into 100. So 1 by 4 pi get cancelled and it will be left over with 2x, 1 get cancelled, 2 by x into dx into 100. 2 into dx is 0.02 by 56 into 100. That gives to 0.02 into 100 is 2. 2 2s are 4. So 4 by 56, which is 1 by 14%. Means if there is a change in the circumference, then the area, the change in its area is 1 by 14%. So that is a problem on circle. Next problem. So the next problem is on cube. The percentage error in measuring the side of a cube is 0.5. Then what is the percentage error in its volume? So solution, cube means all sides are equal. So let x be the side of a cube, and what is given? The percentage error in its side, that is delta x by x into 100 is given as 0.5 centimeter. Then what is the percentage error in its volume? Let V be the volume of the cube. So what will be the volume of the cube? That is V is equal to x cube. All sides are equal. So the volume of the cube is x cube. Now is asking to find what is dV by V into 100. That is the percentage error in its volume. So which is approximately, what is dV? 3 derivative of dV means 3x square into dx by V x cube into 100. So that is 3 into dx by x into 100. But the value of dx by this is the percentage error in its side x. So that is 3 into 0.5, which is 1.5. So 1.5%. If there is a change in its side of 0.5%, then there will be a change in its volume of 1.5%. Now we'll see the next question. So the next problem is on a square. So we'll see the question. The side of a square is increased from 3 centimeters to 3.01 centimeters. Then find the approximate change or increase in its area. So he is asking what is the change in its area. So let x be the side of a square. Let x be the side of a square, that is x is equal to 3 centimeters, and there is as the square as the side changes, area also changes, and dx is 0.01 centimeters. So there is a change in its radius is 0.01, because 3.01 minus 3, that gives to 0.01. Now the area of a square is A is equal to x square. If x is the side, then the square of the side gives the area, and we have to find what is the change in its area, dA. Therefore, dA is approximately equal to A dash of x into dx. So what is the derivative of A? Is 2x into dx, which is 2 into x is 3 and change in its area is 0.01. That is approximately equal to 0.06 centimeters square. So if there is a change in its side is 0.01, then the change in its area will be approximately 0.06, and the units are also very important. Now we'll see the last question. So the next question is on simple pendulum. The question seems to be very lengthy, but the solution is very easy, and we'll find out what is the question. We'll see what is the question. The time t of a complete oscillation of a simple pendulum of length L is given by the equation t is equal to 2 pi into square root of L by g, where g is the gravitational constant. So g is gravitational means g is always fixed, means the time is depends upon the length of the pendulum. So find the approximate percentage error in t when the percentage error in its length is given as 1%. Okay, so solution. Let L be the length of the pendulum, and he has given the percentage error in its length, that is dl by L into 100. He has given 1. Now what is the question is, what is the approximate percentage error in time? Now we have to find what is dt by t into 100. So which is therefore dt by t into 100 is approximately equal to dt. So 2 pi into under root of L by under root of g. So 2 pi is constant, root g is also constant. So t depends upon length. Now what is the derivative of root L is 1 by 2 root L. So dt will be 2 pi by root g is constant, and derivative of root L is 1 by 2 root L into dl by t 2 by root g into root L into 100, which is 2 pi by root g get cancelled, 1 by 2 root L by root L, it will be 1 by 2L into dl into 100, which we can write as 1 by 2 times of dl by L into 100. But it gives the percentage error in its length, and he has given as 1 unit. So it will be 1 by 2 into 1, which is 1 by 2%. Means if there is a percentage change in its length is 1 unit, then its time will be 1 by 2. So these are the problems from the exercise errors and approximation. So go through the problems related to this topic from the textbook of Telugu Academy, exercise 10, and we will come back with the new topic in the next session. Thank you.